before anyone in the comments section points this out to me, Firm as Earth is probably a better skill for this deck. It's just that I haven't exactly spent much time using Bastion. So we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist and use ties instead. And this is what I came up with. So I know a few of you are probably wondering what my thoughts are on Deskbots and how strong they are. Honestly, I think they're good enough for King of Games. Whether or not my list is good enough for King of Games, I don't know. I wouldn't say Deskbots are like the highest tier deck or even tier 2, but they're certainly good enough to just climb through the ladder at lower ranks. Honestly, I don't think I've mastered the deck myself, so even from my day 1 experience, I've noticed the deck does have a lot of potential and does seem to be pretty good. So I think maybe someone that has played a lot of the deck and mastered the deck will be able to climb to King of Games fairly easily. Alright, so the deck runs 5 Deskbot cards. Deskbot 003 has 2 effects. The first, when it is summoned, it allows you to special summon any of your other Deskbot monsters, so it's a really powerful searcher. Its second effect is that at any point during your turn or during your opponent's turn, you can make one of your monsters gain 500 attack and defense for each Deskbot monster you control. Generally, the Deskbot monster you're going to be searching for the most is either 004 or 009. What number 4 does is when it battles one of your opponent's monsters, it allows you to send one of your Deskbot monsters from your deck directly to the graveyard to increase its own attack by 500 times the level of that monster. So this guy can get up to easily 5000 attack if you send a level 9 to the graveyard. If this card then destroys one of your opponent's monsters, you can special summon 2 Deskbot monsters from your graveyard and or hand that are different levels. So obviously both of these effects synergize with each other extremely well, as you can send level 9 to the graveyard and then special summon level 9 using its secondary ability. Level 9 is your boss monster, and basically it has an Armades effect built into it, where if it swings at your opponent can't activate anything. It's also a very sticky monster in that it has a side effect of if it is destroyed, you can choose to destroy one of your other Deskbot monsters instead. Now don't be fooled by its 500 attack stat, because this monster also has a primary effect of it can gain attack equal to all of your other Deskbot monsters combined until the end phase of your opponent's next turn. So this may seem like a really shitty effect based on the 500 attack stat of all your other Deskbot monsters, but each of the Deskbot monsters does have a buffing effect, so nearly every single one of your Deskbot monsters will have 2000 plus attack, meaning your boss monster can easily get 4000 plus attack, so this card does offer a really good chance at OTK. 002 has the effect that if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Deskbot card from your deck to your hand. It also makes all machine type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense except itself. You won't be using this card too often, you're basically only going to be using it after you've already brought out your big monsters and your combo pieces, so generally this card's just a good card to have in the deck, but it's not exactly essential. Deskbot 001 is basically your only tuner in the deck. It allows you to go into synchro plays, which is literally the only reason you have it in the deck. So generally this deck doesn't want to go into synchro plays too often, but if you do include this card in the deck, it is searchable, so you can go into synchro plays like Stardust Dragon if you really need it. It's just a good thing to have in the deck for that versatility. It has 2 effects. The first, it gains 500 attack and defense for every machine type monster you control, and the second, you probably won't be using too often. If you control 2 or more machine type monsters that are special summoned at the same time, while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon it. There is one more Deskbot monster in the deck, and that is in the extra deck, but I'm not going to go through it as I've never actually played the card since I haven't gotten around to using it, but it doesn't seem like it's a very good card to me. It seems like this deck just doesn't need the synchro summoning, but it's good to have it there anyway. The only other card I'm going to go through in this deck is Machine Duplication. This card allows you to target 1 machine monster you control with 500 or less attack, special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck with the same name as that monster. So fairly self-explanatory card. You can use this on any of your Deskbot monsters to special summon up to 2 more of the same card. And the rest of the deck is basically just whatever backline or spell and trap card removal you want to run. Alright guys, that's basically it for the talking part of this video. The rest of this video will be 8 gameplays showing this deck in action. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment if you've got any questions or feedback. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Also, join my Discord.
Duel!
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.